pick up there. Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, welcome to the stream. It is Thursday morning. It is currently, I think, about 20-something degrees. No, 19 degrees. Nice and sunny outside. It's a good day to be in the kitchen cooking. Right, so today, what do we got? Today, we are going to be finishing off the bacon. Oh, so good in the fridge right now. It really does. We'll be finishing off the bacon, and we'll also be doing a bit of a blast from the past, right? So I went into the deep, dark recesses of the archives, and I found the 1980s family favorites cookbook. That just tells you everything you need to know. It is old, it is loved, it is falling apart. And we are going to make meatballs. We're going to make the meatballs out of that. We have also, I need another bookmark. I need a bookmark. Hang on. Bookmark. This one. My receipt from my latest batch of rat tests. Alright, so the bacon, we are also doing the bacon out of the charcuterie by Michael Ruhlman and Brian Paulson. So we're doing that as well. So that's what we're doing today. Before we start, like in the actual cooking, I'd like to have a little talk about costs. So today what we're cooking with the meatballs, I just want to talk about the meatballs quickly, it's, as you saw on the front, it's budget family cookbook, right? And you can make this on a lot less money than I've put into it. I've put in about, I think it was about $60 on ingredients for this today, for the meatballs, not the bacon. But I bought really good quality everything. I've got we've talked about this before, I know, but the proper certified Parmesan cheese. You can get that a lot cheaper for not, Parmesan from Parmesan. Barossa Fine Foods bacon. I know, I'm using bacon when I'm making bacon, but I haven't made the bacon. We might take a little bit off the top, just to side-by-side taste test for that. But Barossa Fine Foods do some really good work. We've got organic onions and organic potatoes for later. And the meat's just regular meat. It's not so 60 bucks to put this all together. But it serves 8 to 12 people. So if we look at, like, you get 10 feeds out of it, right? Like 10 portions. That's $6 a portion, right? That's only slightly more than a burger, a fast food burger. And that's just the burger. And it's going to be a lot better for you. It's going to taste insanely amounts better. Yeah. But also, again, this is something that you can make more of. You can do big batches of this, and then put it in the freezer. Again, you can vac seal or not, depending on if you've got a vac sealer, and you can portion it out into the freezer and just freeze it. So reheat, freeze it, do all the things, which is what we'll be doing with it. We'll be eating that tonight at dinner time. Yeah, so we'll be doing that tonight. So because we'll be eating it for dinner, I'm not going to make the mash to go with it, but I will make the gravy, which is a slight change to what we're doing in the recipe. Because the recipe, this is the weird thing, the recipe calls for it to be poached in stock. There's an interesting twist. So, without much further ado, let's get into the music. As always, we are on White Bat Audio. So let's kick that off. Twitch safe, royalty free, no copyright music by Carl Casey at White Bat Audio. Go check them out on YouTube. What are we doing today? This isn't cyberpunk. This is the dark synth. All right. Something just went horribly wrong. Okay, there we go. We're back. Technical issues right off the bat. Okay. So now we go to the fridge. And we pick out the bacon. Now this is gooey and juicy and cold and just, oh, you can see it there. That's just, we've still got the skin on, but we'll deal with that later. Get the key. How about we get the keyboard out of the way so we're not covering the keyboard in bacon. I think Issa wants to come back in. What? And special guest appearance, the Void Bean. It's the Void Bean. Oh. Nope. Issa doesn't want to be on stream though. Hey VP, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. We just had a visit from the Void Bean, who is now trying to beat up Issa, who just stepped on her. Kittens, right? How you doing today, VP? Right, so what are we doing? So, check for firmness. Yes, yes, it feels firm. Okay, so we're going to remove the okay, so we are going to, this is where I messed up last time, right? Is I put, it says to preheat the oven to 200 degrees Fahrenheit or 93 degrees centigrade. So I did this one, not last time, time before I think. I did this and I set the oven to 200 degrees Celsius. Fortunately, the smell of it got wafted through the house, and I came back to it. It had been cured, dry cured for a week in the fridge, and then I'd roasted it. Oh my god, it was deluxe. It was so tasty, but it wasn't bacon. VP, I'm okay. A little tired, but otherwise alright. Nice. Just sat painting. Oh, right, you're painting. Painting minis, I assume. How is that going? Right, so we're going to preheat the oven to 93 degrees. And someone didn't clean that. A little bit of cheese from the cheese on toast on it. And we're going to put a grill on it anyway, so I'm not too concerned. Yeah, good. Some of my work got recommended for a competition. Oh, nice! Which you've now entered. Excellent. It's a what? No. She's having the love me daddies, like let me in, let me out, let me in, let me out, let me in, let me out. Wild whale myrrh. Do I have a whale myrrh? Let's find out. Oh, I do. Okay. So that's just going to annoy me. All right. I think that's how you spell poker catch. All right, so we've got the oven preheating. We're going to take this out. We're going to rinse it off, and then we are going to dry it with some paper towel. You don't necessarily have to use paper towel. I have used a tea towel, a clean tea towel before, and then just immediately threw it in the wash. So, awesome. All right, so there we go. Look at that. Nom, 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 nom. Oh, warmer escaped. All right, so this is very firm. Now, as I was rinsing it off, there are a couple of flaps like this one just there that I missed in the, either I missed or the salt ate it. Hey! Sorry. Cat's getting a bit rambunctious. So I was just having a sniff of it, and your nose knows. Seriously. So there's still a couple of flaps of meat in there, and so I've opened them up and I've taken a sniff, and there is no particular smell coming out of it. So, which is a good thing. Okay, so if you smell something and your brain goes, I'm not sure, then it's probably a good idea not to go there. I have a cast iron stomach. This is known, so I usually will go there. But yeah, that is something that, you know what? If your nose says this isn't right, don't eat it. So now we're just going to pat this dry. And this is one of the reasons why using a tea towel can be a thing. Because you can soak up a lot more water with this. Now, well, with the tea towel. That said, I don't mind using paper towel for this because we use recycled paper towel. Like it's made from recycled paper, I should say, and we compost. So I'm not overly concerned about wastage doing it this way. Which is another thing. If you don't have compost, if you don't have a compost bin or anything like that, but you do have a green bin, check the rules. You might be able to put more in that green bin than you think. Stuff like paper towels, will work. Will go in. All right. So that's good. You can see there that that paper towel has soaked up a whole heap of water from that. They have been fighting since 6:45. No, 6:15. Little ragamuffins, I tell you. VP, having the resin printer is dangerous for me though. Normally, passing curiosity about a unit would be quashed by the price. Now all infantry costs about $1 to make. Right? Okay. So, rack. So we're going to put this on a rack so that the heat can get in underneath it. So just a little rack. Goes in the middle. And then it's got a bit of rust on it. So I'm just going to give that a little rinse. Don't know how it got rusty, but it did. Dude, I had rack and went to a it's a medieval torture device. Right, so belly, rack, oven. Let's do it that way. Meat side up. Alright. Actually, I'll do it that way. Alright. You know what? I'm going to take that down. I was heading for the top shelf, but I'm like, you know what? Nah, let's put that on the middle shelf. So we've got it on the middle shelf now. I don't understand Thane Krios, VP. I have no idea what that is. Right, we put that in there. Then we go find our phone so that we can set the timer for 1.5 hours. Alright, so now we set our timer. Oh, that guy. Right. Oh, wow. Okay. Green Assassin dude. For memory, I didn't use him very much. So I like the, I think it was, one of them was a just long range jump in and I think it was one of the girls, the tattooed girl. She was, I think I used her a lot. I blocked a lot of that from my memory because it was freaking traumatic. Alright, so now bacon is on the way. Oh, as a character, look, the backstory of the character is pretty good. I didn't enjoy the backstory. I did enjoy the backstory of the characters in Mass Effect. And I think, look, honestly, Mass Effect 2, um, if it had had a map, I think it would have been a very different experience for me. The constant feeling of being a rat in a maze is not something I enjoy. And Mass Effect 2 really, really did that to me. Playing through the series again, nice. Whereas the first one, I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed Mass Effect 1. I had a lot of fun with it. Did a lot of things. And, you know, the slight mechanics part of it that was, you know, what game is perfect? You know, those slight flaws that were in it were very easily overlookable for me. Whereas in Mass Effect 2, not having a map, not knowing where I was, not knowing what I was doing was just... And that's the thing, VP. I literally could not get past 2. I was having some really poor mental reactions because rat in a maze. And I couldn't blow it up. So, yeah. Anyway, that was me. So now we start making some meatballs, because that's it for the bacon. This is it. It's get the cure, put the salt together, get the cure. Make sure you've got a bag big enough for the meat. Put it in the fridge. Turn it once a day for a week, and it is literally 7 days for this size of bacon. And then throw it in the oven for an hour and a half to 2 hours. Take it out and eat it, pretty much. We'll cut the skin off. When we take it out, we'll cut the skin off, and then we'll throw that in to make crackling, maybe. I keep messing up crackling when it's just the skin. I don't know why, but I do. So yeah, we'll make the crackling, and then that's it. And then we're done. That's how easy it is. Bacon is really easy to make, to cure and make. It's just time. It just takes time. Oh no, I hydrate. Hydrate before I dihydrate. I don't even have coffee right now. That's sticky. Alright. Homemade hydrate. So what will be the next big game? As in for me, or just in general? Thank you for the hydrate. Well, tomorrow we are starting on stream anyway. Tomorrow we're starting, we finished the Obra Dinn, so we'll be starting Stray. Good Lord. We'll be starting Stray tomorrow, and then we've probably got about 3 or so sessions left of Farthest Frontier before we sort of max out the tech tree. And because there's no trophies or no particular end game that I'm aware of, I'm going to call it at once we've got everything upgraded. Then that's going to be everything's upgraded as far as it can go. City's running. We'll get that. So I reckon 2 or 3 more sessions of Farthest Frontier, and then on Tuesday, Blithwolf purchased Civ 6 and all the expansions for me. So that'll be that one. So Civ 6 is probably going to be the next Ginormo game. Yeah, that's whew. Yeah. And then I've got to find time somewhere in all of that. I've got to find time to play Deep Rock Galactic with you, Valheim with Wardem, and and everything else I'm doing. So, oh, good lord, all the games. Yeah, I see you, little bean. All right, so meatballs. That's a spicy meatball. So what are we doing? We are mixing meat, onions, breadcrumbs, bacon, eggs, oregano, and nutmeg. Okay, let's get the mixing bowl. So, wait, what are you doing in there? Get out. Come on. Get over there. Come on. Out. 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 There you go. Daddy Longlegs had taken up residence. Alright, so, bit of a joke behind this is we'll always have with our mixing bowl, whenever there was a mixing bowl and it was like making something big, it was like, the mixing bowl isn't big enough, the mixing bowl isn't big enough. So I went down to a local place, Gaganus Brothers, that do bulk everything. And I bought the biggest stainless steel mixing bowl that I could find. Now, shiggles, right? Here's a giant mixing bowl. And yet, it has come in so much handy. It gets used and used and used. So, there you go. Alright, now, we should probably do the prep before. We should do prep work first, right? So this recipe, because we can do the thing and freeze this. Where are the scissors? Now, because we can freeze this, I'm making a double batch. So, again, like we did with the potato and leek soup. Ooh, we should have some more of that. See, that's how that works. We've still got a heap of potato and leek soup in the freezer. We'll take some of that out every now and then, and we'll eat away at that. So we're going to do the same with the meatballs. We're going to make a heap that we can eat tonight, and the rest we're going to chuck in the freezer for later. So for this recipe, I've just doubled it. I'm only doubling this time. So we can do that. Oof. One of these days, I tell you. Don't even know where all my stuff is in my own chopping block. Come on, off you come. So a little trick with onions that I learned ages ago is if you have tearing up problems with onions, grab a, take the skin off, but before you start chopping in earnest, rinse it just under running water. Just throw it under a tap and rinse it, and it helps keep the squirty juices down. So, where's my compost? Compost bucket. Come on. There we go, that's better. Ooh. Issa and Bean are going nuts right now. So if you see me glancing off and looking down there, I'm watching the cats fight. But they're not, well, they're playing. Bean is going to sleep well tonight. She's been basically non-stop since 6 this morning. Oop. Come off. Come on. Don't want to come off. Don't make me chop you in half. I'll do it. I will. There we go. Right. And now Bean is attacking a plastic bag. Because, you know, what else do you do? Twit cat. Alright, there we go. Give that a rinse. Well, give it a dusting. Right, now we start chopping the onions. Stop eating the Ethernet cable, Bean. Oops. Get back in there. There you go. So this you want finely chopped, because you don't want too bigger bits of onion hanging out in your meatballs. So the way I do it is top, bottom, cut, 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 cut. So the closer you get all of these cuts, the finer the dice is going to be. Now, if you've got any really, really big bits, no reason you can't give it a bit more of a chop. Do it. Or if that happens, you know, the whole thing just falls apart in your hand. Get back in there. See, like that. Whole thing just nicely disintegrating in your hand. Last time I cut onions, I used a World War II Russian gas mask. Why? Are onions really that bad for you? If so, I feel sorry for you. Oops. One more onion. Now I'm just standing there, I'm debating whether I want to throw some garlic in or not. Whoa, this one's just falling apart. That was close. This one's going to need a bit more work because it fell apart in my hand, so we're left with some reasonably big chunks. So I'm just going to go through and slice them down a bit. Alright, making a mess. Come here. Now you notice that I'm picking stuff off of the counter and I'm just throwing it in the pot. Before every stream, I wash this area. I wash it, right? Make sure that it is so that I can do this. He says, flinging his knife around. this one didn't fall apart as badly, which is always a good thing. Hey, little Lisa. Where's your shadow? The shadow being. She finally given up trying to beat you up? Snover. Okay. That's only half a cup of breadcrumbs. Oops. I bought lots of breadcrumbs. I just slipped and put my thumbnail into the bed of my other thumbnail. Ow. Alright, cup of breadcrumbs. Looks good, right? Looks like about a cup. Bit of splash more. What is that? Right, splash of breadcrumbs, bacon. Chop the bacon up. Now you will note I'm using the scissors to cut the plastic, not the bloomin' knife. Oh, smoked bacon smell. Alright, let's deal with this. So I'm just going to cut the rind off. The rinds will go, we have a pile of rinds in the freezer that get used for various things. Predominantly adding flavour to whatever we're cooking. What, Isa? She's just down there staring up at me, meowing her little head off. So you can see just cutting the rind off. That'll eventually go in the freezer in just a couple of minutes. So what I'm just going to cut this up into little strips. Right, so when I get to this point where I'm down to the body of the mussel, I'm going to cut this in half and then I'm going to start cutting the other bit again, because we want small chunks of bacon. And you can see, like when we pull that apart, you can see that that's just nice little bite-sized, half bite-sized strips that should mix in quite well. Some of the fatty bits are just going to melt. Yeah, whoa. So yeah, there you go. That's half. But yeah, I like that. So I'll throw that in. And so what we're going to do with these bits is we're going to take half of one. We're going to put that to the side. We're going to use that. We're going to cook that up as a taste test comparison to the bacon we've made. So again, I'm going to cut the rinds off. Yoink. What are you doing, Issa? She probably wants to go outside to get away from Bean. But she's been running in and out, in and out, in and out. And I just, no. Oh, here comes Bean. And walks past Issa without attacking her. Oh my God, are you okay, Bean? Not sure Bean's okay. Yep, come back. Yeah. You know what? Let's cut that bit off. Just wanted to get rid of that little bit of excess because I think it'll make the whole thing a little bit too big. Pedantic, I know. But that's entirely up to you. If you want to put big chunks, put big chunks. Let's see if Issa likes bacon. If she doesn't, Bean will eat it. Yep, that got inhaled. So Issa likes bacon. Eggs, oregano, and nutmeg. Okay, so 4 eggs, I think. How many eggs are we doing? 4 eggs is 4 eggs. So in case you couldn't see, that was... It's not using a knife, plastic. Nope, they're back at it. Okay. By the way, did some meal prep yesterday. Oh, nice, nice. 3 containers of jerky and mushrooms with seaweed, all ready for hot water. Cool. Jerky and seaweed. Jerky, mushrooms, and seaweed. Okay. Is that a specific recipe? Or is that... does that make something specific, or is that something of your own concoction, VP? Ratios on this look really odd, but here we go. Alright, so we've also got to put in the oregano and nutmeg. Interesting. There's a few things that's not in there. Alright. So we are doing, how much oregano? Half a teaspoon. Adapted from an idea I saw in a cooking show. Ooh, nice. Okay. Just add noodles or rice or whatever and it's fast pre-planned meal. Excellent. Dried is rarely as pungent as fresh, but oregano is you get some really nice smell out of that. Right, nutmeg. We are making, how much nutmeg are we making? Half a teaspoon. So not a lot of nutmeg. That's what a nutmeg looks like. Nutmeg nut. There you go. That's what the inside looks like. This is where you need one of those old-fashioned turny graters. Whoops, crap, where'd it go? Nope. Alright, that's disintegrating, so that's done. Before that totally kills itself. There we go. Now, cilantro. Right, so they can go away. Nutmeg and oregano leaves. start cleaning up the workspace a bit. What do we got? Half a teaspoon of pepper. Come on, out you come. More, faster. I'm going to regret this. We are putting everything in. Oregano, pepper, yep, salt. Some salt. Eggs, bacon, parmesan. Now it says 60 grams of parmesan. This thing, I don't even know. It doesn't even say. I mean, come on. It will. 200 grams. So, we've got to do a bit of this. Peel here to open. Oh, damn you, Trubbish. Come on, peel to open. Peel to open. Why? Doesn't want to let me in. But you're gonna. There we go. Alright, so we want 60 grams of this. We're going to need a bowl. No, that's 120 grams because we're doubling the recipe. So, yeah, let's use that one. I may regret this. Spraying parmesan everywhere. I'm going to need a bigger bowl. Yep, because that's always nearly a quarter full. And we are only at 30 grams. So bigger bowl. Great to choose. Alright, halfway there. And we're about to start grating plastic. So let's not do that. $98, $100, going for the $120. $117, $120. There we go. Nice. $120 grams of parmesan. how are we going? Let's have a look at the bacon. Alright, cool. What are we trying to get it to? We're trying to get the bacon to an internal temperature of, let's have a look, 65 degrees Celsius we're aiming for. Okay, spray the parmesan in there. Poach in stock, that's what's got me. Off. Turn off. Okay. Cheesy, cheesy goodness. Hey, don't waste the proper parmesan. Alright, so let's get the bacon away. That's the bacon pile. That is the bacon pile. Pile of bacon rinds in the freezer. Adding flavour to all sorts of dishes. Like throw them in a pea and ham soup. Extra hammy goodness. Okay. You're good there. So, got the beef, got the onions, got the breadcrumbs. Oh, we haven't put the 4 eggs in. Bacon, put the parmesan, flour, salt, oregano, pepper, nutmeg. Okay, 4 eggs. So I'm going to give the eggs a light beat. If I actually manage to not kill them on the way into the bowl. Good Lord. Come on, off. Off. There you go. You don't need to. It's a me thing. Oops. Damn you, eggshell. I just like combining them first a little bit. As far as I know, doesn't make it any better or worse. Just an idiosyncrasy. Fork you! And the eggs. Okay. You go in the compost. You go in the fridge. And now we start the messy part. Ding! Rolling up the shirt sleeves. Now we get to mix them. that more that way. There we go. You can see better what I'm doing. Alright, so at this point, you really can't overmix. Can, however, undermix. So, realistically, if in doubt, mix a bit more. Oh, that was an interesting sensation. Just bent my nails. Oh, on the bottom of the pan, on the bottom of the bowl. That shouldn't have hurt, but it did. Alright, that is starting to look reasonably well mixed. There's a lot of onion in that. Uh-oh. And now we get even more dirty. And that's it, done. One giant meatball. I know, right, VP? Alright, so now we're going to roll these out into little meatballs. And then we're going to fry them up. And then they go in a pot to boil, which is odd and weird, but here we go. So I'm going to go get my pan. Fell out. Oh, Toga Kiss. I don't know if I have one of those. Let's find out. Hey, Rach. Ooh. How you doing, Rach? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Oh, there are master balls now. Okay. How you doing, Rach? Welcome in. Good to see you. We had a Bean cameo on. She was missed her earlier. She comes back. If she comes back around, we'll see if we can get her on. So I didn't think I'd need that pan. It's not, hey, got it. There's not a lot of aroma coming off it yet. We'll see how we go. Oh, that's hot. Hot, 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 hot. So how are you doing, Rach? What have you been up to? Did you hear Issa? Yeah. See? She's death. You're just death, aren't you? Hang on. Second Bean cameo. Say hello, Bean. There you go, Bean. Whoa. That was freaking hot. And nobody saw it. Alright, let's kick this pig. We kicking this pig? No, we're not kicking this pig. We're going to make the meatballs. How big a meatball should we meatball? Yeah, it's probably a bit big. I reckon that's a good good sized meatball. Well, that's maybe getting a bit big. That's better. This is going to take a while. Making the bally balls of meat. Alright, that one's too big. I've decided it's too big. Doing it again. Doing it right. There we go. That's better. Yeah, it's about right. Rolling up the meaty balls. Yeah, there you go. Meow. There is some serious size variation going on here. We won't talk about that. I think we'll just do this until we get enough to do one pan worth. And then we'll do that, put them aside, start again. Oop, way too much. Poaching. That's what's doing my head in. Poaching these. And why would I poach a meatball? But it's what the recipe says. So let's do it. Oh, Rach is grabbing a coffee. I missed that. She's going to be upset she missed the bean. Missed the bean cameo. That one's getting a bit huge. Yeah, no, that's way too big. We're going to make that smaller. There we go, that's better. God, why does that look funny? It's like huge. It's way too big. Now that you've said that, Rach, I want a coffee. I can't. Can't have one because I'm covered in meat. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Thanks, Rach. Were you here to see Bean cameo, or did you miss that? I'm well. I was a bit lackluster first thing this morning. I really did not want to get out of bed. But the show must go on. Now I was in the kitchen fighting the coffee machine. No, you missed the bean. Alright, well, you're going to have to watch the VOD because she's made 2 cameos now. Yes, it was very mood. Very much, I do not want to get out of bed. I think we're actually starting to get to a size where, and that where we could do a batch. Saw the bean last night and glad she's getting comfortable. Yeah. Yeah, her and Issa spent an hour this morning running all over my bed. And attacking each other and playing and Browning off meatballs is one of my least favorite jobs. Yeah, why so? Well, that. Way too big a bit of onion. I just find it tedious to turn tiny little rissoles. It's whether because I like to eat them. Yeah. Yeah. Playing with this though, it reminds me that I really should find my Scotch eggs recipe. So I do like Scotch eggs. Well, I used to. It's like the old quiche Lorraine recipe that I had. I used to really love that, and now I find it bland and boring. It's like, okay, so my palate is changing. I don't know if I've ever had a Scotch egg. It's basically a boiled egg covered in mince and bacon. It's a protein hit wrapped in a protein hit. I'm a fan of eggs, so I probably won't hate them. Well, we'll make it one stream, and we'll see what people think. Just thinking what pot I'm going to use to poach these things. It says to do it in 2 cups. I don't think, like even 4 cups, I don't think it's going to cut it. I think I've doubled the recipe. What it was you said you don't like anymore. Oh, old egg and bacon pie recipe, old quiche Lorraine recipe that I had. I cooked it a couple of times, trying to well, I cooked it once because I was like, oh my god, I love this recipe, and I cooked it, and it was yuck. It was bland and boring. So my palate has definitely changed. You're too big. Get out. Oops. No, I said get out. There you go. Yeah. And look, predominantly, in my opinion, it's as I've started using better and better ingredients, the cheaper, more lackluster ingredients that I used to use just don't cut it anymore. I think that's predominantly what it is. Yeah, there's still some old school recipes that I really like, you know, bread and butter pudding. You get that once a year. It is so rich. Oh no, no, Rach, don't do it. Don't have dead blowies in your bread and butter pudding. No. That's sad. You do. Ah, that's why. Okay. Finding some bits of onion that are just too big. I knew they'd be in there. They used to have it at Sizzler when that existed, yeah. And it was the best ever. I used to put the Smarties underneath the hot pudding and they'd get all melty. Nice. Alright, so what have we got so far? We've got 6, 24, 25, 26, 28, 29, 31, 32, 34. So we're up to 35 already. So we're getting quite a few meatballs out of this. So depending on how many you'd want as a serve, I don't mind an old quiche now and then, but I'm like you, I like my food quite salty and lots of bacon and lots of cheese. Yeah. Yep. I've started, I did one that was a bit more intensive, but I found it gave me a much better result. And I separated out the yolks and the whites, and then I whisked the whites until they got fluffy, and then I folded the fluffy whites back into the yolks, and then poured that into the quiche, and it made the quiche itself so much more fluffy. I was just like, oh no. So, you know, little things. It's the little things. You know, ton more effort. But in my opinion, worth it. My sister-in-law does egg and bacon pie with a lid, and it's interesting. I don't mind it. She does the no lid version as well. I'll mention the fluffy whites to her. Aha, there you go. Nice. I found it just made it not quite as dense overall. Just kind of what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that. I'm trying to get that melt in the mouth texture from it. That's where I'm trying to go with it. Alright, so there's the first batch. Alright, so I reckon we've gone through maybe a little over half. A little over half so far. Got some big bits of onion left over, which is fine. Not overly concerned about that. That's, that'd be that onion that tore itself apart in my hand. But anyway, there we go. Let's start browning those off. And then we can make the next batch. Now, we've got 17 minutes left on the bacon. Oh, that is starting to look special. Hydrate. Hydrate before you dihydrate. So, you can fry these in olive oil, but the recipe here specifically says butter. Just let me turn the sound off. Hang on. Alright, quick side. I'll be back. Which one's the sound? That one. Alright. And go check out all those wonderful streamers. Thanks, Rage. Alright, who do we get? VP, Nightmare, Mackie, Tiger. Excellent. Tiger at the top of the list. That's where we like. Yes. Oh, shit. I have a Ziggy underfoot. Whoa. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Yep. Look at that. Just cooked my pan. Damn it. Alright. This is gonna sizzle. Here we go. Deglazing the bottom of the pan. Right, let's try that again, shall we? Damn it. Yeah, it'll be okay. It'll be fine. Some people are going to have a go at me for putting water on that because it was very, very hot. But I'm going to have to take that out and clean it properly. But we'll not do it today because... Alright, so this actually calls for what? How much butter? 3 tablespoons. That's not quite 3 tablespoons. Let's do some more butter. Okay. That looks closer to 3 tablespoons. So remember, when you get a random knock at the door, turn the pan off. Turn the blooming pan off, Ulrich. Alright. I've seen you burn yourself 100 times. I know you can handle it. All right. No, not quite hot enough yet. Want it to give just a little sizzle to start with as you put it in. Glad I didn't have the butter in. That would have been horrible. Ooh, bronzong. Don't know if I had one of those. But, whoops. I didn't know. I didn't know that was going to work, but here we are. For future Ulrich note, just put in poker check and it automatically checks the bronzong. That works. Pew, pew, pew. On roll your little patties. The hot thing is hot. Just because it's black doesn't mean it's cold. Alright, so a spatula was obviously the wrong tool. Some of them have truly bizarre names that are hard to type. True that. Oops. No, stop it. Don't fall apart. Don't fall apart. Bad meatball. Got nothing to do with me smacking it around too hard. Nope, nothing at all. Right, they're kind of brown. Got bits of onion falling off everywhere, but I can live with that. Alright, good enough. background's trying to fall apart. We run out of music. We have run out of music. Right, we'll fix that. Just a moment. Drain out the onion. Cook that up and do something with that afterwards. Probably just throw that back in the fry pan. Alright. A bit more butter. Ready for the next lot. Now, more music. Let's do that one. So we'll get these rolling, and then we've got like 2.5 minutes before we have to check the bacon for the first time. Coffee. That's what I was going to do, a coffee, wasn't I? Let's make a coffee. Turn your bugger. There we go. That's better. Alright, coffee's boiled. No, water. Water has boiled. Alright, we need to get more beef out. More beef stock. Good thing about that is that's reasonably concentrated, so we can put a bit of water in it just to get the poach going nicely. Right, that's the badinkadunk. So that means we get these off the heat, and then we go check the bacon. Do the first bacon check. Yes, Issa, I hear you. We have all the meatballs. Yeah, don't you fall off. Bad meatball. Well, good meatball for not falling off, but you know. Alright. Take this off the heat. Scratchy onion bits. Whoop. Right. Getting there. That. Start of some serious meatballs. Alright, checking the bacon. So we get handiest thing, one of the handiest kitchen tools I ever bought. The thermometer. Alright, let's double check what temperature we're trying to get it to. Just break everything while I'm trying to do it. 65C. We want it to be at 65 degrees Celsius. So, here we go. Stick it in that. Whoops. Stick it in that end. Oh, that's on Fahrenheit. No, be in Celsius. Alright, so it's up to 54 degrees Celsius. So not quite. Another 10 degrees. But look at that. So we need that to get up another 10 degrees before it's ready. And then, nom 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 nom. Alright, so that's off the heat. They're there. More meatballs. Alright, so let's add another, let's say, 20 minutes. And then we'll check the temperature again. And in the meantime, we'll make the rest of these meatballs. Then I will figure out how the hell we're going to poach them. Could use one of my cast iron pans, I suppose. But what I'm going to do once they're done, I'm going to throwing my meatballs everywhere. Once it's done, I'm going to reduce the once the poaching's done, I'm going to reduce the stock down, add some flour into it, and turn it into a gravy. Because at first I wasn't going to do I wasn't going to poach them. I was just going to cook them all the way through. Because I'm thinking, do I really just want to use that liquid to poach and then throw it out? Because that no, you know, you can't. That just doesn't sit right with me. So you can do it, but it really just doesn't sit right with me. So the plan now is to reduce it and turn it into gravy. Because, you know, meatballs and gravy, come on. Oh no. There's a frost moth. I don't know if I have a frost moth. It's a pity people in chat can't go, you know, hey, does Ulrich have a frost moth? Find out for him. His hands are covered in meatball. You're out. My glasses keep sliding down my nose. So I got that sort of. Yeah, that's my next door neighbour revving his engine. I was kind of hoping that wouldn't come through on the mic, but it appears it does. He is a hot rod mechanic, so in all things considered, he's not too bad with it. That one may be a bit big. She'll be right. Yes, I know frost moth escaped. Because my hands are covered in meat. Meaty, meaty goodness. Oh, I can feel the onion falling out of that one. Condense your little bugger. Alright, there we go. Don't know if could be interesting. Do a pre-caramelization of the onion. Then let it cool. Then turn it into meatballs. Caramelized onion. All right, these are getting a bit big. Gotta pull back on the meatball size. He says going to add more meat. Who knew? All right, that's better. There we go. This is where it's all coming together. It's like, oh, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Out. Oops. Okay, now I've got on the other end. It's maybe a bit small. Nope, too small. It's just going to fall off, so out. Might make a little omelette. Take all these onion bits and just crack an egg, whisk it up, throw it in. Baby omelette. There's more onion than I missed. That's okay. Like I said, throw it in an omelette. A bit more meat. There we go. That's better. Gooey meaty goodness. So we're going to get a fair few meatballs out of this. I think we're going to end up with close to 70 meatballs out of this recipe. So I can live with that. That's a fair few meatballs. Ding! And my size consistency is not good. But, yeah, that's homemade, isn't it? That's how you get homemade. Not all perfectly the same size. So that we know we spent 3.26 cents per meatball. I understand mass production. Not everyone's got a couple hours a day to you know, do this sort of thing. Especially considering, you know, dual income to pay off a house is pretty much the norm these days. That's a bit big. You gotta have some downtime, right? There was an interesting dunk. Don't know what that was. Exactly. Right? Now, you know, if we just threw late stage capitalism out the window and made it no longer capitalism, so that people could actually stay home and look after themselves, that'd be nice. Starting to get a bit on the big side again. All right, we're going to do one giant meatball. Yes, this whole idea that, you know, two people need to work pretty much all their lives just to pay off a house that they barely get to live in because they're out working to pay off their house. Does my head in. There we go. Gargantua. It's actually not that big. Alright, it's a little bigger. It's a little bit bigger. Alright, so my knees are killing me right now. More butter. Okay. Melt butter, melt, melt, get melted. Yeah, we've got one. We do have one. Cheers. Right, where'd I put my special glass? There. Damn shaky hands. Special glass. Yeah. I think I might poach him in my cast iron pot. Lid just needed a little bit of a dust. Ooh, a new pot. Yes, one the stream has not yet seen. But, you know, come on, Rach, special glass. I mean, that old 1950s soda pop style. Yes, new to stream. Yeah, absolutely. Cast iron monstrosity. I have to admit, it did kind of fall out of favour when the big stock pot came along. has been a reliable pot for a very long time. Ah, crap. Alright, that one hit the deck. It'll be fine. Alright, you go in the omelette pile. 10-second rule. Exactly right. Alright. Let's take the heat off on that for a sec while we recheck the bacon. Here we go. Okay, that's weird. Okay. The temperature seems to have gone down in the meat. I don't know what's going on with that. That's weird. So we'll leave that in there for a bit longer. I'm going to turn it up just a teensy bit. I'm not going to blast it, but a bit of hit bingy bong, right? The temperature should not have gone down. So, two thoughts. First thought being the thermometer's running out of battery. don't know. Rach, when I was browsing for a present for Mum, I saw the barbecue thermometer things where you put the probe in the meat and leave it, and it reads on a different piece. Oh, okay. You're right. Connected by Bluetooth. Yeah. Yeah. That would certainly make it, you know, to stick the thermometer somewhere up here and. Whoop. No more falling on the floor, you lot. No, turn off the heat, you dilbert. Alright. That's okay. In you go. Woohoo! Deglaze the pan. Alright, now, let's have another go at this. Where did my tea towel is AWOL. Right, well, that explains it. The battery's dying. Because supposedly, right now, in this kitchen, it is 14 degrees. 14 degrees. It is not 14 degrees in this kitchen right now. All right. Fahrenheit at 58. What's 58 degrees Fahrenheit? What does this say the Fahrenheit has to be for it? (150 Fahrenheit). All right, let's see if this reads any better with Fahrenheit. Well, it's nearly 40 degrees, which is plus 35. So that'll be getting close to where we need it. Well, that's a problem. 58 is 14 degrees Celsius, right? So it's not reading any better in Fahrenheit. Okay. Definitely don't have one of those batteries lying around. Do the old smack the battery, right? That works. We boil the kettle and stick it in to test ours. That's not a bad test, Rach. $18, 19 degrees in here? Yeah, I'd believe that. Certainly not 14. Oh, here we go. Alright, we're getting a better reading now. Smack the battery, it works. So that's only about 4 degrees off according to this, which is a bit wonky. So I'm going to say, I'm going to leave it in there for another, let's do another 15 minutes. I'm going to leave it in there for another 15 minutes and then we're going to call it okay. Depending on your elevation, it should be around 98. Right, how weird is that? That elevation affects boiling temperature of water. I found that out a little while ago and it just blew my mind. Still freaks me out a little bit. What's your elevation, Rach? Alright, that can come off for now. Might use that to make an omelette later. Leftovers omelette. Right, so that's starting to get there. Right, where's that little pan? Another new pan, cast iron skillet. I mean, it's weird, but it's absolutely true. My sister doesn't believe me, and it took my mum ages to understand that the coffee was too hot for me when I used to visit her at sea level. Fair. Metapod, all right. Oh, what the hell just happened? Okay, that didn't work. Oh, I don't have a Metapod. Okay. This is some of the weird cray stuff I do. It's like, what shall I do with all these weird little leftover bits? I know, I'll make an omelette. Hey, I got the Metapod, yay! Sometimes this really doesn't work. I made an egg white omelette with a couple of bits and bobs, and oh my god, it's freaking foul. How you going? You going all right? That's starting to get a little sizzle to it. Just throw a dash of milk in here. And probably a bit too much milk there. Yeah, that'll be fine. Low heat. Just let that bubble away. I remember learning about elevation and boiling point in high school and about people climbing mountains or living up mountains and had to use pressure cookers to boil water. Yeah, right? I has a hungry actually. I wonder what's accessible. So I have to pack my work lunch, but that can wait a bit longer. Yeah, a little bit. Got an omelette on the cook. We've got 10 minutes before the bacon comes out. Pepper's empty. Gonna have to fill up the pepper. Oh, I probably should have cooked up that onion as well. Oh well. So we wait until that that fluid gets to the stock gets to the simmer, and then we will do something to it. We'll put the meatballs in it. That's what we'll do. Get a plate out for the omelette. Leftovers omelette. I mean, why throw it away? Seriously, why throw it away? Getting solid. Alright, how you going? Yep, that's starting to get some heat in it, so let's throw the meatballs in. Actually, you know what? Bugger the tongs, here we we go. Oh, come here. Oily, oily fingers. Ah, dropped it. Yeah. All right. Do we need to add a bit more fluid? Let's find out. Maybe a teeny bit more. Right, I reduced this off anyway, so there we go, that looks better. Right, so we've put in what, four cups of beef stock and 5 cups of water. That's really concentrated beef stock though, so I'm not too worried about that. Even at room temperature, it was still jelly. It wasn't fluid, it was solid. It was jelly at room temperature. If you want to have a look, scroll back to when I put it in, and you'll see that it just flooped in as jelly, the first one. Alright. Oh, it's almost there. Bring that across. Doing weird omelette leftovers. Alright, how we going? Another 4 minutes for the bacon. I need a bigger plastic chopping board. Can I get this thing to flip? Probably not. Not even sure this is going to come out as an omelette now. Bit stuck to the bottom. There we go. It's not horrible. bacon. Nice. Now, as far as munging out on the leftovers, so random onion leftovers, and I dropped a meatball omelette. That's what that one is. Hang on. There you go. I dropped a meatball omelette. New from Chef Ulrich. Works, right? Alright, we're going to need to clean up that little skillet again. Ooh, hang on. Oh, it just got a big chunk of the meatball. Oh, they are going to be nice. Alright, badinka-dunk, badinka-dunk. I'm going to keep eating this omelette because, you know. I try very hard not to waste food. Right, so that is coming up to heat. Let's turn that up a little bit. And we'll call that 20 minutes for that poach. Right, now let's get that bacon out and have another go at making crackling. What am I doing? Getting the bacon out. Look at that. That is some sexy looking bacon. All right. Hot. Oops. That was just not good. Not that one. Where are you, my friend? Ah, there you go. Let's try this one. Things are hot. Yep, hot things are hot. More omelette. This may also be why I can't lose weight. It's because I keep making leftover food before I eat the real food. No. Come on. So we're just taking the skin off, and we're going to then throw this in the grill and try and make that crackling. However, I am having a fun time. I always have a fun time trying to cut the skin off. Look at that, that just came off perfect. That did not. Wow! Hot things are hot. See, some of it just cuts easy as pie. Some of it does not. Don't know what's going on with that, but there it is. Some of this skin is really retaining its heat. And again, other parts aren't. But I tell you what, I am definitely satisfied that this got to adequate temperature. Come on. All right. Oh, we got a little bit in the middle there. It's still got some meat on. But that's okay, we can shave that off without shaving my fingers off. Would it be nice? Just saw the flicker of flame out of the corner of my eye and I thought I'd left the skillet on the heat. I'm like, oh God, no. That would not have been happy. Come on, skin. Take the meat off. Let it go, let it go. Because meat does not make crackling. We'll fry this meat up too. Because it's all bacon. Let's take just this last little bit off. Alright, maybe a bit more. Let's take that off. Throw it over there for now. Alright, that'll do. Okay. Just for a second there, it looked like they were starting to fall apart. So I'm like, ah. Alright, more omelette. Whack the temperature up on the griller. We swap the meat and the rind. We have the meat. Look at that. Bacony, bacony goodness. What are we doing? We are putting the rind on there. How long have we got? 9 minutes left on the clock. Right, let's slam that out. Okay, so first things first, let's throw these bits into the pan. Just going to cook those bits off, see what happens. But in the meantime, look at that. That is a gorgeous strip of bacon. So I'm just going to fry up those cut-offs and put them in the omelette plate for snacks. Snacks while I'm cleaning up. I don't want to have fingers omelette. Yeah, I know, right, right? Lick the bowl, people. Lick the bowl. going to shovel the rest of this down my gullet. Dinner? It is dinner. I'm making a few more dishes than normal today, but oh well. Watching you. Watching all of you. So, I'm going to cook up those little leftover bits. I'm going to put them in a, just put them on a plate. Then we're going to cook up the 2 bits of bacon, my bacon and the Barossa Fine Foods bacon. And then my hubris is going to taste test it. Those meatballs have got another 6 minutes left on them. I just did that thing with a plate, so. Well. Should have reused the omelette plate, but I didn't. Oops. God, I'm just looking at that bacon. I'm just like, that's freaking awesome. That is a tasty, tasty looking piece of bacon. So what I will eventually do is I'll probably cut this into thirds. I'll put one third in the fridge, and the other 2/3 I'll vac seal and put in the freezer. Cursed bacon. But here's the beauty of this, right? And this is what I will sometimes do. I'll sometimes cut it there. That's like 1.5 centimeters. And I'll just cut that straight and I'll put that in the fry pan. Now at this point, this is actually, the temperature this got to is still food safe. So I could just eat it without cooking it. It's fine. Oh, I don't have a crabominable. Okay. Bacon steak. Yes. Yes, Rach. Bacon steak. It is one of the best things you can ever do to your taste buds. Is have a bacon steak. All right. Ooh. The end is a little bit salty, but the ends are meant to be a little bit salty. You'll see what these middle bits taste like. So you remember these strips are, this is what we scraped off of the skin. Oh shit. Wow. Okay. No, not quite. It is getting there though. Holy crap. That's going fast. Alright. Take these out. Turn that down. Turn it down. Hey Blith, how you doing? Welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream. We have made bacon. So now I'm just doing a cook up to test my bacon versus the store-bought, but fancy store-bought, because my hubris knows no bounds. Alright, I'm going to cook that bit up too. We're just talking about doing bacon steaks, because this I will cut this at like 1.5 centimeters, 2 centimeters thick, and then just fry it. Because what bacon needs is more bacon, right? It's the only thing to put on bacon, isn't it? Is more bacon. Uh-oh. Don't know where all my implements are. Okay. Now definitely looking interesting. Meatballs on the back burner, literally. I was really hoping you were looking for the cloth which is over your shoulder. Thanks, Rach. Thanks. All right. We have a lot of badunkadunks going off today, don't we? All right. So we turn that off. We check the bacon. Flip. Flip, you little bugger. There you go. I need to flip you. Not really. All right. A quick roast. All right. So there's my bacon. There's the bacon. Turn that off. Put that over there. Pull one of these out. And there's a meatball. All right. So here we have one of everything. So first things first. Let's find a fork. All right, so I'm going to cut the meatball up. Let's have a look what's happened to the meatball. All right, so the meatball is cooked all the way through. It's gone a weird color because we poached it. Ooh. Okay. You get a real tang of the oregano in that. Add just a teeny bit of salt to it. Now it's got real subtle flavors to it. Just really light and subtle flavors. You wouldn't want to put a really strong anything on it. A little bit of gravy will be fine. That'll just add to the beef flavor. But the flavors in that meatball are just really subtle. They're really light on the palate. and you can just enjoy it and just sit back and think about it. That's quite nice. All right, so now the bacon. I'm gonna cut a little bit off of mine. Now, like I said, that's an end bit. So it is a bit salty, but not overly for me. Some people would have trouble with how salty that is, but that is quite nice. Now, the special, deluxe bacon. So, now, it is a different part of the pig. The deluxe bacon is loin. What we've done is belly. And nui? Except the bits omelette, which has been sacrificed to the great tongue. Oh yeah, absolutely sacrificed to the great tongue. There's a French. I didn't know there was a French word for that. So, right. So, the Barossa Fine Foods bacon. Oh shit! Hang on. No, still going. Turn it down just a little bit. The Barossa Fine Foods bacon is your traditional bacon. It's quite tasty. It's pretty much what you get from the shop. The Barossa stuff is slightly nicer because it's also done for nicer slaughter and free range pigs and stuff like that. But on the other end of the scale is the bacon we've just made. And it has that bit more texture to it. It's a bit more chewy. It's actually, before I eat more of that, I'm going to go back into this middle bacon, into this. And you see, you get a lot more of the bacon flavor out of that because it's off the edge. So there is a lot less salt in that bit than there is in the edge pieces. And that's fairly normal. That's something that you've got to expect when you're doing this sort of stuff. So, more. Thanks, Goat. Yes, I am old. But only 50, not 80. Thanks, Rach. That was definitely an interesting way to come into stream. Oh well. I'm not 80, I'm 50. You know what, Rach? Honestly, for the amount of times, that's like what, the second person ever that's come in like that? So that's not bad. You got to ban both of them too, so. Oh yeah, if I had chat up like on the VOD, that would have been gone. But yeah, doesn't hurt me. They're just words. I don't care. They want to come at me with that, then better they come at me with it than someone who that's actually going to affect. That said, thank you for banning them. Alright, so there we go. Bacon. We have meatballs. So I need to take them out and let them drain. And they can drain into, what can they drain into? They can drain into this tub that we need to clean anyway. That is not going to work. I don't believe how many dishes I'm making for myself. Aha. A lot of the onion has fallen off, but that's okay. Could have possibly browned these a little longer. But we have got a lot of meatballs. That was getting quite heavy. Yeah, they're still coming out. Nice. Look at that. Spicy meatballs. Alright, so we're going to put them over there and let them drain. Then we're going to turn this element back on. What I'm going to do is, oh shit, nah, left it too long. Oh, maybe not. It could be okay. I don't think that's burnt. Oh no, that's still rubbery. Let's lift this up a bit. Get it closer to the gorilla, maybe. Alright, there we go. Let's see how that runs. There, I have a Voltor. Nice. Right. So, we've still got the crackling going. I think that's only 2, yes, and honestly, I don't get many idiots like that in any of the other channels I'm not. Because they just don't get a voice. It's like, bye. So, what I'm doing now, that's really hot, is I'm going to reduce that fluid. The recipe basically suggests you just ditch it, as far as I can tell. There's no real instructions of what to do with it. So the upshoot of being a mod for 7 people is that I just go through and then ban them for every channel I mod in, so I don't have to worry about them. What's boring, Reach? I caught Ulrich. I caught Voltorb. Yay! So I'm going to reduce this down. I'm just going to let that simmer away and reduce down and down and down. Bring all the flavour back into it, and then I'm going to put some, just put some flour in it, let it thicken up, and we'll use that as a gravy later. Oh, dumping the water is boring. Absolutely. It's like, why would you do that? We've spent all this time making this brilliant broth. Why would I then just use it and dump it? That's bizarre. So, what I might do though is put the stick blender. Put the stick blender in later as it gets thicker, and beat out, just smooth it out. I don't know, smooth it out or leave it chunky. You know what? Nah, let's leave it chunky. Let's leave it chunky. That'll be fine. It's the same as the veggies in a broth. I don't understand how you just throw away all the stuff when it's done. Okay, that one I do understand. The veggies in the broth, if you've done it right, yeah, if you've done it right, there's nothing left in the veggies. All the nutrients has gone into the fluid. And like, you go to pick up a carrot and it melts because there's no structure left in it. It's all in the fluid. I've actually picked out an onion, had a go at that, and it was flavorless. There was nothing. There was no crunch. There was no flavor. It was just soggy. Pretty much the same as carrot. Didn't bother with the celery at that point. And it can't go to compost because of the meat. I do. Probably shouldn't, but I do. The meat will compost. It's just you run the risk of attracting rats. So if you've got a sealed compost bin, little bits of meat scraps isn't a problem. You know, like if you've got one of those double-ended tumbler composts, rats aren't an issue. So the little bit of meat that is in there doesn't matter at all. I'm just looking at this bacon going, bacon. You opened the guinea pig food over the weekend and a bloody great rat launched out and scurried into the bushes. Yeah, I can see that. That would have been unexpected. Get chickens. Seriously, get chickens. Chickens just chew rats. Well, they chew mices. They're little velociraptors, man, I swear. Freaking amazing. Thicken up. Thicken up. I keep looking at it, I keep just staring longingly at the bacon. You're terrified of chickens. Okay. Why? Is there a reason? Used to have them though, but they got dead. Oh. Yeah. There was the first set that my partner had got done by a fox. I mean, I wasn't expecting it, so it did scare me. Well, yeah, surprise. But my biggest fear of rats is attracting snacks. I love the snacks. I just don't love them when, you know, bean is the size a decent sized snack could eat. That's where Snacks and I are going to disagree, is don't eat my pets. Yeah. Can't just keep staring longingly at it. Have to do things to it. Look at that. That's some beautiful bacon. Oh, what is going on with that? I'll figure it out eventually, I suppose. No, I don't think so. I just don't do chickens. Fair enough. They're beady eyes and evil bok bok, and their intentions are just impure. Well, yes, they are baby velociraptors, so definitely impure intentions. Proper cold sweat, seized muscle, terrified. Oh wow. I collect the eggs, but I have a great big torch that I shove at the chickens with if they're near. Wow. Okay. I have not heard of that phobia. That's a new one for me. So the next question, Rach, is does it have a name? It's going to be something like Bagurkophobia or something. It's like the fear of long words, the name for it has like 57 letters. It seriously does. Hang on. I'll see if we can find it. So, whoops, wrong one. That is the fear of long words. Hippopotamonstrosequiped aliophobia. That is the name for the fear of long words. Let's go. What? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36 letters. Electorophobia. That sounds like a fear of elections. That's what that sounds like. But wait, there's more bacon. Bacon! As opposed to ornithophobia, which is just a fear of birds. Okay, yeah, right. Now we talk about more bacon. I've gotten to a point where I can remove my own bones, but I prefer not to. What? You can remove your own bones? Alright. Bacon. Shakes nearly got the better of me there. Alright, so vac sealing. This thing is, you want to cook stuff in bulk, or just, harvest stuff in bulk. Having a vacuum sealer is one of the most handy things you'll ever buy. So, yeah, that should be fine. I got a Russell Hobbs one, for no other reason than I had used it before, and I liked it. That's the only reason. I'm going to need a texter. So these bags, this one is just a roll of a single bag. You seal it at one end, cut it where you want it, seal it at the other. Done. I have other bags that I can use. But they're single bags. So, we have bacon. And the date is, what is the date? 29th of December, 29/12/22. If you're going to do freezy stuff, write on the bag. Then all we do is pick up the bacon, chuck it in the bag, and in a sec we'll seal it. Still not crackled. Maybe I should have salted it more. I don't know. Alright. Line that up. Vacuum and seal. Right, so that wasn't sealing properly. That wasn't vacuuming it all out. So we're gonna change the angle of that a little bit. And we're gonna try again. There we go. Had the pressure change. I'm done. That's now ready to go in the freezer. That is a giant pack of bacon. Alright, just out of interest, here we go. Nearly 700 grams of bacon. Alright, that's crackling away, so. Oops, forgot about the bolt-on. your Aiken. For some bacon. 29, 12, 22. The correct way to write a date, not month, day, year. Day, month, year. See? Day, month, year. Not trying to put the wind up my American friends at all. Reduce. That's going to take a while to reduce. I love it that actually it dragged it towards the bacon. More bacon. So they can now both go in the freezer. Ooh, that's not good. Right, so I will eventually do that to some of the meatballs as well. I don't know how many though. Oh, bacon. Right, so I'm just going to put this in some cling wrap. I think in the US they call it saran wrap. I don't know why. But here, it's called Glad wrap. Mainly because Glad was the company that came out with it here. Alright, there's our bacon. Done. We've got our meatballs. Meatballs have been done. And now we're just going to wait for that to reduce. We'll have some gravy to put on it. Just leaving that on a light simmer. That'll probably take another half hour, 45 minutes. So we're not going to hang around for that. So, let's have a go look-see. Is anyone twitching about? Let's find out. I don't want to see the Twitch recap. I'm done with it. Done with the thing. All right. Ooh. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, that's what I'm doing. All right. Nah. All right. So I don't think we're going. Oh well, we could. We should. We probably should. All right, who are we going to raid out? We are going to raid. Well, we've got Lux with the Ducks playing House Flipper. Don't know where I came across them. We've got Toast playing Grounded, Ginge playing Grounded. Well, we haven't raided Toast, so let's go raid Toast, I think. ADHD Toaster. We'll go raid Toast. So we'll turn the music off. We'll find out Toast's game. Here we go. Oh, we should probably go to Toast. Oh, what a shame that loser from earlier has their account suspended or deactivated. Okay, how'd you figure that one out? Apparently Moya used one of Mackie's emotes 60,000 times and they're stunned. I am no stunned at all because I've seen the message. Yeah, I'm not stunned at all either. All right, so Toast has been going for 2 hours. I don't know how much longer he's going to be going, but he is playing Grounded. It sounds like he's playing with Ginge, with Ginger Snaps, and we like her. We like rating her. She's got a great channel. So how did you figure out that he's had his account suspended or deactivated? Were you going through other people's streams banning him? Him or her. We should not assume it was male. I reported them because if they arrive in someone else's chat and say things like that, I can have a really... Yeah, it can. Absolutely. I didn't know you could report people. No, I can click his name here where I banned him and it comes up with the dialogue. Ah, okay. Cool. I had no idea you could report people. You know, I've not had to report people. So, you know. Ah, there it is. Right. So I still have actually what he said. Okay, Ronaldo is a goat. That's quite possibly male. But anyway. There you go. I can still screenshot what he said. Oh, that's something I'll have to have a look at. Figure out how to report people that are being people like that. Oh, bacony goodness. All right. Making a little space on the chopping cam. So that, all right. I used to report bots and things because they're annoying, but I'm a bit more lax for that now. For more bacon. One of these days, if I ever got rich, I'd start a streaming channel and just, do you want to be famous? Yes. Let's do it. And see what happens. I think a streamer actually did it and told everyone that was on board about it, was all up front. And he's like, yeah, just, yep, look at me, I'm getting bots. Look at me, I'm getting bots. Look at me, I'm getting bots. And ended up he got sponsorships and all sorts of shit. Even though he told the sponsors, he go, look, it's full of bots. I go, no, it's fine. He's like, okay. Supposedly. This is what I've heard. All right, so we are going to raid out. We will be back tomorrow morning. New game for Friday. We are going to be playing Stray. Yay! Hey, Sleepy, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. There is a reason why I have a script that bans about 650 bots hateful message accounts with one single click. Nice. Have a nice food. Yay! We will have a nice food. Just, oh no, no, you'll still be my moderator, Rach. I'll just pay you. I'll pay you an adequate wage for being my moderator. That'd be nice. Earn enough on this to actually pay moderators. That'd be cool. I'm not clever enough for scripts. Yeah, me either, Rach. Me either. I just do my little mod things. Well, again, I don't need to be clever enough for scripts, thankfully. Thank you for the subscription, VP. Doing the happy dance. Doing the happy dance. Doing the happy dance. Doing the happy dance. 14-month subscription. Thanks, VP. Rach, I would be the most happy if you earned enough on this for a living wage. I'm not bothered about being paid. Well, yeah, true. But it'd be nice. Still be nice. No, well, under the table, sort of, yeah. No, I just click a key and it starts. I just have to start the exe first. Ah, nice. Yes, we had I don't know if you're watching, Sleepy, but we had someone come in who was rather nasty for eight words they posted, and yeah. Anyway, better they do it to me, who doesn't particularly care. So, yeah. They thought I was like 80. I was like, no, I'm only 50. Screw you, hippie. Idiots do happen, Rach. Absolutely. They do indeed. Alright, so we are going to go read Toast. Hopefully he'll be on for a little bit longer. Oh, no, he's in a be right back. Oh, Toast, why? Why Toast? Alright, he's got 7 minutes till he's back. So let's try Ginge. Let's see what Ginge is up to. Oh, Ginge is on a be right back as well. We can't raid be right back screens. That's just not on, people. Not on. Who else have we got? No. All right, they're both on break, so poodles. Just poodles. Poodles and poodles. Sawudu. I shall level up next month. Yay, cake. Yeah, I'll level up in 35, 36 days, something like that. Oh, I don't have one. Okay. Who do you do, Sudo Woodoo? Sudo Woodoo? Right? Right. I think that's, yeah, that is starting to reduce. That's nice. Don't know that we'll make it all. Yeah, we will. We'll make it all. Yay, VP leveled up. Happy level up. Huzzah. Nice. So what level are you now, VP? Dare I ask a girl her age? 31, nice. Nice. I will be hitting the half ton in February of next year while I'm away and on a work site and not on stream. Oh, nice catch, Rach. Nice, got the Sudo Woodoo. Yeah, she's a little baby. They're all babies, Rach, I tell you. We will have cake upon your return. It's the law of the law and the law. Yeah, I go to like combined college. I go to the college practice at uni. I was like, oh, look at all these little puppies running around. They're so cute. They're all like 19 through 22. Well, yes, Rach, absolutely. A beautiful, amazing, unique, and independent baby. All right, so let's round this off, shall we? All right, looks like we're not going to rate out, but we shall end up, and let's leave that on. Who cares? So, whoops. Oh, there it is. I knew I'd forget it, and eventually I did. Oh, that doesn't look too bad. No, it's still not ready. Okay, back on then. All right, let's slam this out. I'm going to end the stream so I can watch the rest of that crackling to see if I don't burn it to a crisp. So, thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you for your awesome moderation, Rach. Thank you for the sub VP. Doing the happy dance, doing the happy dance, doing the happy dance. What else am I looking for? Hang on. I'm doing all the things. Who knew? What do we got? I'm just checking, make sure that I've done all the thank yous correctly. Right, nope, that's it. Awesome. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the resub. VP, you guys, as always, thank you to my subscribers who help me, continue doing this and play games and buy games and all that sort of stuff. And that is awesome. So thank you very much. I'll open that, let some heat out. So yes, thank you for joining me. Thank you for hanging out. Hopefully tomorrow everyone can come and join me again from 10 o'clock. So to, sorry, my knees just said no. Hopefully everyone can come and join me tomorrow for some Stray, so we can see how Stray goes. Then we'll be back Tuesday for a bit more Farthest Frontier. I reckon we've got 2 or 3 more before of that, before we can... Oh, Stray, hooray! Yes, Stray is tomorrow. And then Tuesday, Farthest Frontier. We've got 2, maybe 3 more sessions of that. And then we'll be moving into Civilization 6. Thanks to Blithwolf, who purchased that for the stream. Yay, thank you, Blith. And then we're back on then Wednesday Warframe and back to cooking. Who knows? Go check out Blue at API error and Blue. This app sometimes. I know, right? Oh, okay, that's just smoking now. We are smoking. No. Charcoal. Do we have the, do we not have the thing? Yeah, it's been a bum. All right, we'll shout out Blithwolf a bit more tomorrow. All right, so thank you everyone for joining us. Hopefully we'll see you again tomorrow. Until then, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, that was a stream. And for us, Sleepy, if you scroll down, it'll tell you your local time. Yes. It's 10 a.m. my time. If you scroll down to the schedule, you will see what time it is where you are. So that'll do that. So with that in mind, thank you everyone for joining us, and we're going to call that a stream. So take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Don't forget to check the description for any links I may have left there. If you like the video, please press like or subscribe to my channel. Next video in the series is up here. Until then, stay safe, have fun.